I'm happy that our two sides continue to work closely to advance bilateral relations for mutual benefit. Prime Minister Anwar and I had a fruitful discussion earlier, including on how we can make progress on outstanding bilateral issues.
Prime Minister Loong and Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim witnessed the signing of 3 agreements today to strengthen the bilateral cooperation and jointly seize opportunities in the digital and green economies, as well as to work closely on data protection and cybersecurity. It's Monday, January 30th. You're watching The Big Story with me, Haryanto Diman. Subscribe to the Straits Times channel so you will not miss an episode. Hopeful developments of stronger relations between close neighbours as Prime Minister Lee welcomed Mr Anwar Ibrahim in his first official visit to Singapore since he was sworn in as Malaysia's 10th Prime Minister. Along with the signing of the 3 agreements, Mr Anwar also said there was more room for both nations to benefit by working together, especially in one area that has been a growing issue on both sides of the border.
Food security, and this is an area which I think we would solicit the support of Singapore to use Malaysia as their heartland to produce for the benefit of Malaysia and Singapore.
The visit saw the signing of Malaysia's first green economy agreement with any country. This covers areas like charging points for electric vehicles, exchange of information on carbon markets, and the joint exploration of low-carbon solutions, especially hydrogen and carbon capture, usage and storage. The new digital economy agreement, according to Singapore's Ministry of Trade and Industry, could serve as a pathfinder for digital economic cooperation within ASEAN, supporting safe cross-border e-payment systems. The third agreement will look at helping the exchange of knowledge, expertise and best practices on data protection, cybersecurity and digital economy.
As close friends and neighbours, the destinies of Singapore and Malaysia are intertwined. When we work constructively together, we produce win-win outcomes with tangible benefits for our peoples and businesses. I'm confident that with Prime Minister Anwar's support, Singapore-Malaysia relations can reach greater heights.
Mr Anwar had arrived at the Istana late in the morning, meeting Prime Minister Lee in an official welcome ceremony. The Malaysian PM was joined by several in his cabinet, including his ministers for transport, international trade and industry, foreign affairs and communications and digital, as they called on President Halimah Yacob before an official meeting with PM Lee and his team of ministers. Mr Anwar and his wife, Dr. Wan Aziza Wan Ismail, also had an orchid hybrid named in their honour. The Dendrobium Anwar Aziza sporting velvet purple petals, complemented by a broad and vivid violet lip. PM Lee also hosted a lunch in Mr Anwar's honour. In keeping with the spirit of the Chinese New Year, they opened the meal with the tossing of the Hsien, a tradition that symbolises strong ties and hopes for good fortune in the year ahead. And as they welcomed the reopening of borders and increasing connectivity between the two countries, PM Lee also invited Mr Anwar to visit Singapore again for the Singapore-Malaysia Leaders Retreat in the second half of 2023. Meanwhile, taking to Facebook, President Halimah Yacob expressed happiness at having received Mr Anwar at the Istana. She said they took stock of Singapore and Malaysia's wide-ranging cooperation. She posted, and I quote, "Despite the challenging economic ties ahead, PM Anwar and I agreed that our two countries should work even more closely together and maintain regular channels of communication among our leaders and people." That's today's big story. Visit straitstimes.com for more news and our YouTube channel for more videos. Subscribe by clicking the red button below. I'm Haryanto Diman. See you tomorrow on The Big Story.